I want to share with you what fits inside. I did kind of, after the video, we did toss those sunglasses back in, so they're sitting a little funky, but they kind of go down like that. Hey friends, I am so excited to share with you. Today we're checking out a Louis Vuitton NeoNoe. This bag is such a great piece to add to your collection. I think you're gonna like this one. If you enjoy all things authentic luxury, a great community, and all that good stuff, make sure you like and subscribe. You guys joining me here is so wonderful, and I'm so excited to have you. So let's go ahead and jump into today's video. All right, friends, so like I said, today we're checking out the gorgeous Louis Vuitton NeoNoe. So today we're checking out the leather version. This also comes in canvas as well, but today I wanted to share with you some details of this bag in particular, again with the leather, and I think you're going to like this one. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it, but make sure you stay tuned till the end. We do the try on, the what's in my bag, give you the full view of what this bag holds and how it looks on. So just right off the bat, this bag is absolutely stunning. This is in the black leather with gold hardware, which is one of my favorites. I love that on a bag, and it is absolutely stunning. You see that hardware throughout. And this bag has some really great options. I am so excited to share with you guys that some bags just don't have. So again, right off the bat, we have this top handle carry. This actually can go over the shoulder on most people, and it sits really comfortably. It can be fully removed as well, which we like to see because then that gives us the option if we ever want to switch things up that we can, but it also has that little extra bit of gold hardware and it just pops. So it has that thick strap right there at the top, but then additionally, you guys, we have a shoulder strap, and this isn't just any shoulder strap. So we see the two straps on the shoulder strap. However, this shoulder strap has a little bit of a trick up its sleeve. Are you ready? This shoulder strap snaps on either side and allows you to bring it up, if you can see the full length there, friends, and it has a little, those two clasps turn into that clip right at the top, giving you a crossbody. Yes, this bag is not just shoulder, arm carry, but additionally crossbody. And not only that, the crossbody strap is also removable. So this bag really is a make it your own type. So it not only has the one option or two, but additionally 3 ways that you can carry it. This bag gives you the way you want to make it and more. You can change your straps if you want to. You can use it how it is. Absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead and dive into some other details that I absolutely love seeing on this NeoNoe. So the NeoNoe, as you can tell, we're gonna open it up a little bit. It has that top pull strap, but it also is smushy. It has that gorgeous, beautiful slouch to it, and it still has a little bit of the structure at the bottom like most of our Noes we see that they do, but I love that slouch we see with this leather. It is so timeless and gorgeous and classy, all rolled into one. So it is absolutely stunning. The other thing we see on here that we see on a lot of our Noes is that pull at the top. A classic Noe details, but still a little bit of its own on this piece. This one actually has the little leather pull, that's a mouthful, to pull the top in if you want to clench it up a little bit more. But this bag does have its own little secret. In addition to that strap being changed, in the NeoNoe, we see an interior compartment. So let's see if I can get some stuffing out here, guys, so you can see it a little bit better. I have a little dust bag in there to hold it up, but you have this middle interior compartment. We're gonna talk more about that on the what's in my bag. But to keep it a little bit challenging, as we see with date codes, if your bag has a date code, it's gonna be in that pocket, and it is so tricky to get to. So my apologies in advance for if you have to locate that, because it's not only in the pocket, but it's tight against the lining, off to the side, and is so tricky to see. So my recommendation to you is if you need to locate it, you might have to kind of go along the seams of the bag and just till you find the date code, because it can be actually even stitched in a little bit more than the regular stitching. So sometimes I've seen it almost halfway stitched in. So it can be a little tricky. So that's where your date code would be. But for your heat stamp on the NeoNoe, we see it up the top. That's a typical place where you can see it. So the NeoNoe, like I said, it has that interior pocket. Let's see if I can show you guys real quick too. It is also connected. So this middle compartment we see is like a little built-in pouch. And again, we will show a little bit more and talk about it in the What's in My Bag, but it actually gives the NOE a little bit more of a clench on the sides than the typical NOE because it is holding on both sides of the bag. So it gives you that natural slouch, and you also see the shape kind of change. I don't have anything in the bag right now, so it is sitting a little bit more smushy. But something to note, I know some people have mentioned like why the bottom might not be perfectly square or rectangular rather, because you have the leather on this piece, and even on the canvas ones, just because of how the NOE sits, it doesn't mean that it had damage to the bag necessarily. It's just the natural use of the bag. So if somebody's used it or if it's sitting, it just kind of tends to spread out with that slouch. So just something to note. The NeoNoe in the leather is so soft and flexible, and I absolutely love that. So a couple questions I have gotten on the NeoNoe were about the cracking. And we did see a couple times due to environment and age and actually sometimes the year produced. There's not quite a pinpoint on it, but there was some of the canvas bags that did see cracking along the top. Honestly, I have yet to see that happen with the leather, so that is to each their own. The canvas piece is absolutely gorgeous as well, so you can't go wrong either way. Personally, I've just really been enjoying the leather. I think it is absolutely beautiful. So without further ado, let's check out a What's in My Bag and the try-on, all that good stuff. But if you guys have not yet found me over on social media, make sure you check out Abby Moore over on Facebook and Instagram. I would love to have you guys follow me over there and just kind of get a weekly update, building community and share with one another and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's jump into the try on and What's in My Bag. All right, friends, so like I said, we are doing a What's in My Bag today. I want to share with you what fits inside. I did kind of, after the video, we did toss those sunglasses back in, so they're sitting a little funky, but they kind of go down like that. Okay, so this is how it looks with the top open. You can also use the clench if you want to close it a little bit more and have it closed, you know, a little bit more at the top. I do have it pretty full right now just because I put a little bit more than my essentials in there. I had a couple extra pouches that I'm using, and that's just kind of how it went. So I am actually using this bag right now, and like I said, I needed those extra things, and so, you know, it might get a little messy sometimes. So this is kind of, or not messy as much as just full. So it is what it is. This is what it looks like. I do want to talk a little bit about how this works a little bit. So what I mean by that is you have this open tote style here, and then you additionally have this little pouch. This is connected. So as we go through, I want to share with you kind of what this does. It's connected at the center of the bag, and as you can tell, it kind of pulls it in a little bit. So it doesn't, you know, open up any farther than that because it's stitched on either side. With that said, what this actually is a pouch with the bottom that is not attached. So the bottom of this pouch does not go to the bottom of the bag, which I just want you to keep this in mind when using it, because when the pouch does not go to the bottom completely, what we end up seeing is that if you have smaller items, they slide through the bottom and they can go to the other side. So for instance, some of my things that would slide, like, let's go ahead and get started here. So like the nail kit could go ahead and slide under it, and I'll try to see if I can show you guys, you know, what's in there. So like the manicure nail kit, the card holder stuff, you know, smaller things like that. I was trying to see if I could figure out if you'll be able to see it. It's probably just like a couple inches. Let's see, maybe, I don't think we can see it till we unload this. So let's just see what fits inside. So like I said, we have that nail manicure kit, hair clip, my Dior glasses case. That's my regular glasses, like reading glasses. Then I have those Louis Vuitton glasses, and what do we have? Vintage. This is the vintage pouch. I had like Kleenexes and different things. It's kind of a catch-all. One of the little snack bars and the card holder. This is actually a vintage, this one's vintage. They're not all vintage, but this one is a pocket organizer. It has this like little compartment on the back so you can add cards if you wanted, or cash or whatever. It works out really well. So I like that one. It's pretty lightweight. And we actually yesterday went on a road trip, and I did have, I think it was like 3 Chomps meat sticks in here, and so they're not in here any longer because I told you guys I always have those, and I actually don't have them because I had them. So 2 packs of that pure gum that we always have on hand. Oh my goodness. My daughter actually, she absolutely loves that gum. And the other day we were at the store and they had a sour version and we all tasted it together. It was so good. So we had fun with that. We like doing fun little things like that as a family, but we really enjoyed it. All right, so I have a couple pouches today. This is what I was talking about with extra. So I have the Toiletry 15, which I normally do have, and the PM pouch. But I was actually kind of using both of them at the same time. In this bag, which I haven't been for a while, I have kind of been trying to use just one, but it gets tricky. So that and the 6 key holder. I am looking to switch up some of my SLGs. So if you have any favorites, drop them in the comments below, and maybe I'll check them out. I've been looking for some, you know, just different things to kind of switch up my collection a little bit. All right, I want to see if I can show you this at all. I don't know if I can. So at the bottom, there we go, maybe. So the pouch is, let's see, we're really gonna try here. The pouch is leather, and honestly, it's, yeah, you could, let's see, my keys are going under there, so yeah, my keys are in there as well. I don't want to try to make you guys dizzy and spin this, but I do want you to see where it is not at the bottom. So you could have a few things going under. It's actually, so you have the suede lining. This is a leather pouch that matches like the leather on the bag, but the bottom, it's connected all the way until probably 2 inches at the bottom. So it actually isn't connected right here. It kind of goes around because it's, it was like a separate pouch that's sewn in, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what you have going on in there. But when it's not full, remember I said it's super slouchy, and I love it for that so much. You have a little bit of structure in the base with, you know, with how it's built, but the craftsmanship on this bag is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. The black leather with the gold hardware is absolutely stunning. It is one of my favorite color combos. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite pattern is on the NOE. I'm super curious. There are so many options now. It is such a beautiful piece, and I love that it's really unique and that sometimes it's just something you don't see every day, but it is an absolutely gorgeous bag. So I'm interested to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below, and without further ado, let's check out how this gorgeous bag fits. All right, friends, so we are checking out the NeoNoe and how it fits. So right now I have it on the shoulder strap with that longer strap, and it is so easy to carry and comfortable. I absolutely love it. So one of the questions I've got a lot on this bag is, does it get heavy or cumbersome even if it's full? My answer is no. I did not find this bag ever heavy or clunky or uncomfortable. It sits so nicely and it is so easygoing. So the other option is you have that top handle, which you can carry on your arm. You can do a hand carry, but additionally, this one actually fits as a shoulder strap as well. So I love the fit of this because it kind of brings it close and it has that nice slouch at the top. Now, one thing to keep in mind is if you keep it all the way full to the very top, you may have a little bit of an issue putting that on the shoulder, just because if you have it sticking out a little bit more, it might be something to consider. So let's check out that really fun trick the NeoNoe has, which is the crossbody. So like I said, you have these 2 little clips that kind of look like rivets, and they just unsnap. You unsnap either side, slide the strap, and then once we get it to the top, we're going to clip those in right there together. And now we have the NeoNoe crossbody. Now I am 5'5" for reference, and it is a little bit long, so just to keep in mind, it still definitely works. And just because it's a little bit longer, I think it kind of gives that nice option if you're wanting a crossbody for a few different sizes. Now if you were a little bit shorter, it might fall a little bit lower, but again, this strap is fully removable. So you could add your very favorite strap to it as well, and I absolutely love that. So let me know in the comments below, have you guys used a NeoNoe? I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites in my collection, and I always enjoy using it. Thanks so much for joining me today, friends. I love having you here. Make sure you drop a comment below if there's a bag you'd like to see reviewed. Always keeping it authentic, and until next time, bye friends.